Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and thanks for being here. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, it is lovely to have you back. I'll be starting the reading on the next slide, but before I do, I just want to say that this is not a personal reading, so it might be that there are only some parts of the reading that resonate for you. And of course, some readings might not resonate for you at all. And so it's important that you use your discernment and you don't force anything to fit if it doesn't. The parts that resonate for you will feel like confirmation of things that you already feel intuitively. Before I start, I ask for this reading to be blessed and surrounded by divine light and protection, and I ask that no lower vibrational energies are able to interfere with the messages being brought through or the messages finding the people who will benefit from them. I ask for protection for all the good souls who are here watching this video. Thank you, Spirit. This is today's spread, and if you're interested in the decks I've used, I will have them listed in the description box. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands, and that's about success and recognition or a victory in some kind of endeavor. And that's really nice energy to start with at the bottom of the deck. The card in the past position is the Ace of Swords, which is about truth and illumination, and it's about gaining clarity in a situation. So I feel like something happened in the past that showed you something that you needed to see, and perhaps it set you on a new course, because obviously the truth can't be ignored, right? And this can be in any area of life. Perhaps you saw something about a relationship and it made you realize you couldn't stay in that relationship anymore. Or you might have seen something about the organization you work for and then you decided you couldn't work there anymore. I'm drawn to this exposed and revealed oracle card that's on the left at the top. It's catching my eye, and there is an eye on that card, and in that eye we see someone who's naked and curled up in the fetal position. And that's actually making me think of vulnerability, and it also makes me think of an unborn baby. So I feel like maybe you were noticed by someone at a point in your life where you weren't fully developed yet, but they saw your potential and they decided to take advantage of it. And of course, that was only possible because you hadn't yet realized your own potential or recognized your own potential. So this might be like if you showed up at a workplace as the new intern and one of the managers realizes that you're exceptionally bright, but also realizes that you don't seem to realize how far you could go with that. And so what they do is they decide that they're going to take you under their wing and get you a job under them. And so it seems to you like they're an amazing mentor, but really all that was done was so they could succeed themselves by taking credit for your work and your ideas. And then if it was a relationship example, maybe someone saw early on that you had the potential to do very well in life. So they decided that they would do whatever it took to marry you. So in both examples, we're talking about someone who plays the long game or played the long game, and it was so they went about it. They got you to like them and trust them and believe that you were in a good situation with them, and that they were a good person, and you would be best served to stick with them. So this was the long game. This was the illusion that was created, and I think with that Ace of Swords, that's what you gained clarity on. You might have started to see that there was something very false about the person involved, and you might have realized that they were benefiting from the connection much more than you were. And you might have seen that they were trying to keep you with them, like keep you bound to them, and also keep you hidden so that no one else could notice you or see your potential. So I feel like you were their big opportunity, so they wouldn't have wanted you to come across other opportunities that would have taken you away from them or served you better. So, wow, that's an interesting start to the reading. Now, the card we've got in the present position is the Hanged Man, and this card is about being stuck and unable to move. So I feel like this is what happened when you tried to end this connection and move away. I think this person did everything in their power to keep you stuck. They might have tried to make it hard for you to leave, and then they might have also tried to block or sabotage any new opportunities that might have been possible for you. Because I guess if nothing else works out for you, you might decide to go back to them. So I guess That's just your usual karmic line of thinking, isn't it? And I feel like this person might have, gone quite extreme measures. They might have told a lot of lies about you so that other people wouldn't give you a chance. So that would be like if this was an ex, they might have been saying that you were abusive or you were an addict or you had some other big problems, like you weren't financially secure, or all sorts of things just to ruin your name and make other people not want to date you. If it's that work scenario, then if that was a manager, for example, they might have lied about you to anyone who called to check on your references. They might have given those people a bad impression about you, and that's just all pretty awful, but I guess this is what these people are like. But I do like that the oracle card above this, or the second oracle card here, it has the affirmation, I let go of fears that are stored in my soul. I like that a lot. So I feel like you may have had a lot of fears about your future, especially if things weren't working out, like none of these opportunities ever turned out to be successful. But I feel like you chose not to surrender to any fears that came up. So even though you might have been in this hanged man phase for a while, and you might still be in this hanged man phase, you didn't give in to your fears and go back to that past situation or person. You just gave your fears up to the divine, you surrendered them, and you trusted that God would always help you if you needed help. So even if you were struggling financially, for example, you just put your faith in God to take care of you and get you through this challenging period. The third oracle card here is titled Angels of the Seven Chakras. So I feel like while you've been stuck, you've been doing a lot of healing of your chakras, but I also feel like maybe you've called on various angels to look after you and protect you. Now, the keywords on this card are power, truth, and connection. And I feel like these choices you've made to not surrender to your fears, to work on your healing, to call in angelic support, these have all been really good choices, and they've actually made you stronger. So maybe now you're seeing your worth very clearly, and you can see that this person was just trying to take advantage of you, and you've probably healed. Like I said, you've done a lot of healing, so I feel like you've probably healed a lot of areas of weakness that might have existed before, and you may in fact be a lot more confident than you were before. You might be nothing like the person you were before, and all of that's really positive, because at some point that other person is going to have to accept that you're not coming back. Now, the final tarot card here, which is my future card, future position card, is the Four of Pentacles, and I actually quite like that for this storyline. Now, the Four of Pentacles, it's not a lot of wealth in terms of the pentacle scale, because obviously that goes up to 10 pentacles, but the Four of Pentacles is financial stability, it's material stability, and that's saying to me that there's enough for you to get by. So I think that there's something that's going to come up in the future that is going to pay your bills and keep a roof over your head and stop you stressing about things in terms of money and finances. And even if it's not objectively as good as the old situation, I think you're going to be happy that you have this new position and that you never have to go back to that other person. So looking at the spread, I feel like that's the victory that you've had against this karmic person that was in your life. So well done. And I guess, like I said, it came through right at the start that you're someone with a lot of natural potential to do well at things. So I feel like you will start doing well at whatever you decide to put your energy into. So don't despair. At this point, this is just a smallish victory, but this is just the beginning. And I think that things will get better over time. Whatever your new path is, it will grow from the Four of Pentacles to something better than that. For now, though, this is where it's at. So remember to be grateful for how things are right now and to remain positive about the future. Keep releasing your fears and working with the angels and the divine. They will definitely get you through it all. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you made it to this point, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Your support is very much appreciated. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye.